Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy. I'm a full-time reseller primarily on the Poshmark app, but I do dabble on other online platforms and I sell locally. Today I have a ship with me video. All of these sales are from the last 6 days. I was on a girls trip with friends from college in Palm Desert, and oh my gosh, I had such a wonderful time. I am planning on doing a thrift with me video and a thrift haul, and including some pictures from my trip in an upcoming video. So if I already have that published, I will link it in the description box below. If not, keep your eyes out for it. It will be coming soon. So I am pretty happy with the sales I had while I was gone, especially because I did very little work. I did not list anything. I had my Posher VA sharing my closet and sending out offers to likers. I did share my own closet maybe once a day using the Poshmark bulk share function. I also a couple of times shared other people's listings and followed some people just to keep the activity going in my closet. Okay, so I do have a few sales from Chairish.com. I'll start out with a couple of those. For the first item that sold was a set of 10 of these Culver, which is C-U-L-V-E-R, glasses. And these are a beautiful gold and cranberry color. Some of the glasses, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, probably not, but they did have some loss to the gold tone coloring. And I believe these, oh yes, these are signed. A lot of times Culver will be signed kind of down at the bottom, so you want to keep your eyes out for that. I use Google Lens to look up the pattern because it is important that you figure out the pattern name if you can, because people will collect certain patterns and they'll be looking for different pieces. So these sold for $249 for the set of 10. Plus I had a $18 packaging fee, which is in addition to the shipping fee that the buyer pays. So that made my total sales price $267. Can you tell I'm excited? I paid $18 at a flea market for the set of 10 of these. So after Cherish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $194.22. I am thrilled. These did take a little while to sell. But in general, things can take a little while to sell for higher prices on Cherish. I am okay waiting. I have plenty of space to share stuff. So I'm going to package these up off camera. I'll move them out of the way. Okay, so the next item that sold is this vintage mid-century era white alley cat. She does have these green rhinestone eyes. I just picked this up because I thought it was charming and kind of iconic mid-century. It is signed 1966 Joyce. So I think this was a hobbyist piece, you know, like a kit that you could get and do yourself. So this sold for $89 plus a $7 packaging fee. So the total sales price was $96. Are you as surprised as I am that this sold for that much for a hobbyist piece? I only paid $1 for this. That was the other reason I picked it up. I saw it at a yard sale and I said I can't go wrong for $1. So after Cherish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my total profit $75.42. So at the end, I'll share some of my titles for these items so you can get an idea of keywords that I use because I think that is very important in selling hard goods or any items, that you put as many keywords as possible to help your buyers find the items. Be very careful so I don't break that. Okay, these items sold on Poshmark, and the first item is this natural stone necklace. It has rainbow moonstone, labradorite, and pearls. This is from Sundance. So if you've ever looked at the Sundance catalog, you know that these pieces can be pretty pricey to begin with. I was hoping to get slightly more for this, but I was trying to accept all reasonable offers while I was on vacation. just to keep the momentum in my closet going. Did I say this sold for $48? You know, I was hoping more in maybe the $50 to $60 range. So I thought 48 was close enough. I had paid $7 for this. So after Posh's fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $31.40. I think that's just fine. It did sell rather quickly, maybe within 2 weeks. So if I can have, you know, a quick flip and make a nice little profit like that, I am not going to complain at all. Okay, the next item was another pretty quick flip, and it is this gorgeous vintage snowflake brooch. It has the iridescent Aurora Borealis crystals. I used all of those keywords, and I am kind of surprised at how much this sold for and for how quickly. This sold for $40. I'm wondering if this is possibly an unmarked designer piece. I did do research but could not come up with anything definitively. So I went ahead and took the $40 offer when I got it. I think I listed this maybe for $55 or $59. I'm not certain. But I picked up this and a few other brooches at a sale for $3 a piece. I've mentioned before that I'm kind of slowing down on picking up brooches unless they are really special and nice quality, which this one really was. Let's see. So it sold for $40. I paid $3, so that made my profit $29. Still a really nice profit, and especially for a relatively quick flip. Anytime I get, you know, fair offers on brooches, I accept them because they can be kind of a harder, slow seller. Okay, the next item is this little teeny vintage charm, and this was a Catholic saint. I can't remember who it was, but I did figure that out and look it up and include that in the listing. And for these, I include the keywords charm and pendant. And I put like, you know, charm to put on your bracelet so that it will come up when people are searching charm bracelet. But I am very clear in the listing that the listing is for the charm only and there is no bracelet included. I've said this over and over again, but for those of you who are new here, when I pick up a vintage charm bracelet at a thrift store or estate sale, I typically take the charms off and sell them individually. I find that I can make more money that way. And I think people, you know, want to build their own charm bracelet. So this sold for $15. I paid $1 for it. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $11. I like to keep my buy cost on these charms under $3, but I love paying only $1 because they do take a while to sell for higher prices. That wasn't really a high price, but sometimes, you know, I'll get $30, $40 for a charm if I wait. Okay, the next item that sold is this pair of Twisted X brand moccasins. I had never heard of this brand, but I found them at a thrift store and they were new with tags and they look like nice quality. I looked up the retail price on these and I think it was like $140 or $150 or something like that, and they were only $7 at the thrift store. So I said yes, I will pick those up. These also sold pretty quickly. I had quite a few offers on them, and one person would not stop making me lower offers. I think I listed them at $79 and he started out by offering me like $25. and then he offered me $40 like 3 or 4 times, and I just kept countering, and then finally I declined. Anyways, this person offered me $60. I thought that was fair. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $41. I think that is great. Again, those were a relatively quick flip. The next item that sold is this Kate Spade purse and matching wallet. So I had these listed together. They took forever to sell, probably over a year. I thought I just saw a little mark on this, maybe not. So I think in the future I would probably list these separate instead of together. I don't know, what do you guys do when you have a matching purse and wallet? Do you list them together or separate? Let me know in the comments down below. I don't know that everyone is really into matching purse and wallet. But these ended up selling for full price of $89. I think I had the set listed a little higher, and I had relisted it and sent out offers and reduced it. And this person ended up buying it for $89, which I am happy with. I had paid $20 for this. I actually bought this from another Posh seller, and I think it was a new seller, and she had listed 3 different Kate Spade bags for very reasonable prices. And so I put the 3 bags, and one other one came with a wallet too, in a bundle, and I made her an offer for $60 for all 3, and she accepted. One of the bags sold rather quickly, the other one shortly after, and then this one was just lingering around. So I am excited that it sold. It did have some little marks and scuffs, but really it looked nice for a pre-owned bag. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $49.18. That's a pretty great profit. For those of you who are wondering, I am using little stickers, thank you stickers on my packages that I got from, some from Amazon, some from Temu. Also the plastic sheets that I use are, it's a big roll of dry cleaner garment bags. I got mine in an estate sale, so I don't have a link for you, but they have they have similar items on Amazon. If you search plastic dry cleaner garment bag roll, they seem a little pricey, but you get like 500 or 1,000 in a roll, and then I cut them in half to make them go even farther. So I think when I run out of these, I'll probably order paper to wrap my items in, but I do think these are really great to keep the item nice in transit, so that's up to you. Okay, the next item that sold is this Carhartt kind of like shell jacket. It does have a little bit of lining into it, but this is a Carhartt item that made me realize that not all Carhartt is created equal. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I have had some really amazing Carhartt sales in the past. This did not end up being that great of a sale, and it was listed for over a year. It sold for $38, which is kind of disappointing to me. But because it had been listed so long, when I got that offer, I just decided to accept it. I did pay up for this. I paid $15. But after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $15.40. Not what I anticipated when I paid the $15, but I did still double my money, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I am just going to be thankful for this sale and profit and move on to the next item. Let's see, I don't know if the box I made up for that is big enough, so might have to do a different one. Okay, the next item is another item that I had listed for a really long time. It is this semi-vintage Polo Ralph Lauren. If you get ones with this large pony, you want to put big pony in your description, because some people do seek specifically out. As you can see, this is the older Polo label. Some people find this desirable, so I pick it up when I can find it for an affordable price. It doesn't sell quickly for big money. This did end up selling for $50 though. So I am happy with that. I paid $6 for this. I have had some Polo stuff sell for really great prices. The big pony Polo stuff. Okay, so did I say I paid $6? So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $34. Nice little profit. I hope this buyer likes this. So when I was gone for those 6 days, I only had my closet on vacation mode for the first day, and then I turned it back on. So if I am able to ship an item within 5 business days, I will leave my closet going. I put a sign in my closet, and I change my photo on my Meet the Posher page to say I'm on vacation. All orders will ship out on whatever date. And then when I get sales, I also message my buyers and let them know I'm on vacation and when I will ship, and I thank them for their patience. Knock on wood, I haven't had any unhappy buyers with that. The buyer from that has asked a couple of times, when will you ship, even though I told him. So we will see if I get any negative feedback for that. Okay, the next item that sold is these Merrell hiking boots. So I picked these up at a fill the bag sale. I would not have picked them up if it hadn't have been one of those kind of grab and go type places, because these do have issues. They have cracks. You can see glue marks. They didn't have the insoles, but the tread was still really great on them. So that's why I listed them. I did include all of that information in the listing, saying that they had those flaws and the glue marks and all the stuff. And they ended up selling for $18. And with my cost of under $1 from that fill the bag sale, I think $18 is just fine. And they don't end up in the landfill. Can't talk very well. I think I'm a little rusty from being on camera since I've been gone for so long. So I am kind of, I like to list items, even if they're flawed, just so that they don't end up in the landfill. Okay, so that made my profit $13.40. Another just fine profit. Those did take a little while to sell, probably about 6 months. Okay, then I have a couple more items that sold on Cherish. I saved these to the end because I'm going to put, hopefully I'll remember to put pictures from the listing so you can get a better idea of what the listing looked like. So the next item that sold, I'm not going to take them all out, but this is a collected group of brass candle holders. There was 25 of them. They're all different sizes, styles. They all have different levels of patina. Some are really shiny, some are tarnished. They have wax on them. There's some pairs. So what I do for these, I've sold at least 5 sets of similar collected candles. So like I said, there was 25 of these. They sold for $356 for the set of 25, plus a $15 packaging fee. So that made my total sales price $371 for a bunch of old candlesticks. So when you're out at yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores, just pick them up. You do want to have a nice collection where there's some tall ones and some small ones. People like to buy these as wedding decor. So like on the main bride's table, they'll have these, or on all the tables, depending on, how much money they have. And then they have the candles and it gives a really romantic look. I try and pay less than $3 per candlestick, or on average per candlestick. That way you can keep your cost of goods down. So I paid about $60 for all of these. So after Cherish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $232.68. I think this is a great thing to keep your eyes out for. It's easy to store. It's pretty easy to ship. I do typically wrap them in some bubble wrap just so they don't dent each other, but they're all used and patinaed. So, it's okay. They already have dents. It's just something that I decided to do. Brass had slowed down, so I hadn't been doing it as much, but I had these listed and somebody bought them. I had them listed for, I think, $395. On Cherish, you can offer a 10% discount to the trade. So like designers, wedding coordinators, architects, they automatically get a 10% off discount. So that's what this person took advantage of. I'm very excited about that sale. Okay, the next item is a little harder to show. It is this vintage mid-century era Ottoman. I also pick these up when I see them at estate sales and thrift stores, because sometimes people will find a vintage chair and they'll want the matching Ottoman. So I only paid $5 for that at an estate sale. It sold for $200 plus a $35 packaging fee, so a total of $235. After Cherish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $186. I had some amazing profits on my Cherish sales. If I didn't already spell that, that is Chairish. I will link the seller's guide in the description box below. It is pretty long, but I highly encourage you to read it before you start selling on there, because there are some little quirks and different things. They charge 22% if you have more than 10 listings. If you have less than 10 listings, they charge 40%. So you don't want to start selling on there until you're ready to get, at least 15 listings on there. I have, I think, almost 500 listings on there. It is not a website that you're necessarily going to have sales on every day. So you just need to be prepared that it's kind of like an extra place to sell things, not your main income. Maybe you could make it your main platform. Okay. Anyways, enough of that. I really enjoy selling on Cherish, and I've had some really great profits. I always price my items above the highest comps because there's a lot of interior designers, set designers, architects that purchase items on there, and they're not spending their own money, so they're willing to pay up to find what they want. Okay, so real quick, I will read you my title for those candlesticks. Vintage collection of brass candlestick holders, set of 25, wedding, holiday, event centerpiece. So you want to put as many keywords in there as you can think of so people can find them. For the set of glasses, I had vintage Culver Azure, which is the style name, 22 karat gold. So those have that gold decoration is 22 karat gold. Cranberry Scroll Highball Collins glasses, mid-century tumblers, set of 10. Again, tons of keywords. the Alley Cat Mid-Century Modern 1960s Alley Cat statue, white ceramic, green rhinestone eyes. I just sold the Ottoman, so I don't have the description for that, but I put mid-century 1960s ply craft style. So anyways, really great. I'm not sure if I'll make this its own independent video because we're at 25 minutes, but we'll see. If you enjoy this type of video, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out and it's totally free. If you could give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, both those things really help me out. And don't go anywhere. There may be another clip or two after this sharing what else I sell this week. All right, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. I decided to go ahead and end the video here and let T-Bird make a little appearance. She is not very chipper today. She was a little grumpy when I came in here for some reason and gave me the angry yell. I think maybe I woke her up from her nap, but anyways, I will be back next week with another Ship With Me video and hopefully a thrift haul video. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see. T-Bird, can you say like, subscribe, and comment down below? Oh, there we go. Okay. We got a little bit of happiness out of her. She's just not in a great mood today, but she can be a moody girl. So, all right. Thanks again. I will see you guys next week.